fucking tapping their
Shit,
foot.
that was my bad.
Oh, no worries.
Oh, it's like
Dude, I kind of wish, just out of curiosity, I wish that slavery never happened, just so there's like, just so there's no black people in America or like Europe in general, because then no, think about it, Africa would be more developed.
That's an interesting.
Like if slavery never happened and like it's more separated.
I know what you mean. Technically, I see what you're saying in that it would be interesting to see what happened if slavery never happened. I mean, firstly, because if slavery never happened, we'd be living in a completely different world.
Yeah, because then wouldn't Africa get more developed? Because we.
Let's think about this rationally. So before Europe even involved itself in Africa, they were still using like they're still in tribes. There wasn't that many kingdoms. Not only that, they were still using primitive technology.
No, I know
to fight their wars.
No, if slaves didn't exist, we wouldn't have the pyramids.
Also, they didn't.
Slaves with the pyramids.
No, I meant like slavery
like
in America,
aliens.
How we commercialized, or how in the 1800s, or sorry, the 1500s, 1600s.
I kind of want like what UK did with India, you know, like they kind of came and they're like, wow, you guys got some spices, we'll trade with you, and then we'll take over. But I don't want them to like enslave. I want to see like America come over to like Africa, be like, yeah, you got some oil, we'll just enslave you for a bit. But we
who fucking did that? The Belgians did, huh?
The Belgians, I guess, but like then we'll have different border, and we might not have like the whole cowboy thing happening in like Africa, like people going over there.
What the fuck is the cowboy thing?
Oh, you okay? So I watched this one Vice video.
Oh my fucking god!
We talk about Vice. I'm a residential expert. Let's go.
Okay.
What do you got for me?
So they were like interviewing this guy who came to Africa, and he's like a trucker, and he's just moving like kind of illegal product like everywhere.
White guy?
Yeah, white guy. Yeah, and then he's like, yeah. So I sort of feel like the cowboy back then because they sort of also transport illegal stuff, and and the video was labeled Africa, the new wild front, the new frontier. I was like, I guess
that's kind of. I mean, in some places of Africa, I could imagine that being true, just because of how like shitty those places can be. Like fucking some places are still like run by like government like warlords pretty much, where they're just like, hey, I got a lot of guns, so you have to listen to me. And the people are like, hey, you're kind of a dick. And he's like, I really don't give a shit. You're gonna give me all your fucking shit. Like there's still warlords operating out of fucking Africa. Yeah, because I know that'd be
cool. Or like, because if black people never come to America, would I mean they'll still come,
they'd
but
still be here.
They wouldn't. They're not like forced to come on it. You know what I mean? Would there be like a African version of like New York?
They just be like Asian people. They just be like Asian people.
I mean, I guess.
Think about how. All right.
Yeah. What's up, G?
What do you think? What do you think? Fuck. I wish we had somebody who was actually African American, so I could ask him a question. Like, if slavery never happened, right? That would change everything about history. Like,
job, everything. America wouldn't be like
everything
so,
would be so different.
Who would the American citizen be fighting?
I mean,
China.
Dude, fucking
like. You know how like there's like racism here.
Chinese.
We just would have enslaved the fucking
I guess the
Native
Chinese
Americans
kind of came over here, huh? And then they worked on. Huh.
Yes.
Things would be so different.
I mean,
especially what they did with the fucking music industry. And the fucking
1900s.
Jazz.
Would they have like
even
some weird
rock
like,
and roll,
rap music going on?
Dude,
like what the fuck would
without slavery
happen?
If you think about it, without slavery, we wouldn't have lo-fi hip hops 24/7 to study and chill to.
Are you saying you're for slavery?
Oh yeah, dude.
Literally wouldn't exist.
We wouldn't have fucking rock and roll, dude.
Rock. I don't know about that.
We wouldn't have jazz. We wouldn't have like
Yeah, maybe they'll develop their.
He wouldn't be a very good slave.
Probably develop their own culture and
very
then,
lazy.
Eventually make its way over here. Like it'd be in a weird way. Like we would see jazz as what like K-pop is to us right now.
What is jazz? Wait. Like what is a jazz mix? What is it a mix of?
It's just like a style of music.
A jazz.
Jazz is like swing.
No,
I know, but swing is like white, right?
No, I took history of rock music too.
Swing is totally white.
Hang on, we got.
I studied it before. You know.
We have.
That the class that
we got 2 semesters of history of rock music right here between these two. All
right, go.
These are our residential experts.
Go,
Let's go.
They didn't even cover that shit, Hung. They didn't even
they
say
did.
All right, say it. You not argue like this. Just say it in the mic.
Well, Mike is right here.
I
don't have to put my face here too.
I've been drinking this like for a week.
Okay, say what you're gonna say first.
No, say it, Hung.
I lost my train of thought because you keep saying it. I lost my train of thought. What were you gonna say?
Just tell me what jazz is. Like what is jazz? I know it's a style of fucking music, but like what is it a mix of? like
what is it a mix of?
like,
So I mean,
what
you have to go
influenced
back
jazz?
to whatever they started with, right? So they came over here. They did like it was more tribal first, right? And then it developed
So
to
they're
become
folk
like
song.
stuff into like the patting juba and stuff.
Mhm.
So more provocative, not provocative, sorry, percussion
Mhm.
based movement with stylistically what's it called, different tempos that we did not usually use in
right.
European like tracks, I guess.
Yeah.
Eventually, jazz was developed by mostly soul
You're
music.
just gonna kill it. Yeah. He
Yeah, this
fucking
guy's
killed
like
my-
just fucking.
killed my water.
So yeah, so soul music came about, and it was just like plantation songs where.
It's an empty gallon. Chill the fuck out.
Continue.
Okay, well anyway, they
You drink it all in one go.
Jesus Christ, Mikey.
What?
All right,
Why
so,
did you just put your lips on it? Why the fuck?
Because he didn't want me to put my lips on it.
honestly, Mikey, if I'd known you were gonna kill it, I wouldn't have fucking
I
cared.
finished it just to spite you.
I kind of had that.
There's
feeling.
also like another gallon, like right
I
here.
know.
All right,
All right, so jazz, dude. I don't know, man.
it's just a weird combination.
'cause,
Also, they what's it called? It was a matter of like getting other stuff too, like from Celtic culture.
Yeah.
They developed not
What's-
only
wait,
different.
Celtic. What is that?
That is Irish, the Irish
That's what I thought,
immigrants.
yeah.
Irish.
Okay.
And
This
then
guy-
they just kind of they just fucked around and they got it jazz as the main output.
Right. Yeah.
There's multiple aspects of what jazz is, and like what it developed in the in the late 1900s to the 20th century. But I think that's mostly it. It just became it was soul music, like blues,
Yeah.
converging with more Celtic and some like country songs
Okay.
that were popping in the U.S.
I see. I see.
This
So I don't think because
this-
Mikey was saying that.
Norby,
This
guy says that it originated in the late 19th and early 20th century and developed from roots in blues and ragtime.
Oh, I have no
Yeah.
idea what ragtime is though.
I have no
Ragtime.
idea.
Thank you for
either.
informing us, sir.
Ragtime. Fuck. I feel like I know what that is. Yeah, it's kind of like very
Like upbeat.
really silly, kind of upbeat.
Is that a U.S. thing? Like a
Yeah.
I think ragtime.
US
is-
genre?
Yeah.
I think so. But I was just wondering because Mikey's like, oh yeah, Africa would just come up with a jazz. I'm like, I don't know, dude.
Think
I
about
don't
it.
know.
It'd be
It
different.
was
It would be different. It would be
because
so different.
No,
soul.
it'll be-
Yeah,
it'll
wait,
be-
hold
it'll be
on.
like
Blues
EDM
and
with
soul
jazz.
came from like the hardships in the plantation,
Yeah.
right? And then I think without slavery, like that
would they
that
make
hardship
rap?
Yeah.
would be less because not only that. Okay, sorry.
Would they
So
make rap?
they developed more music because they were all slaves from different regions of Africa.
Right.
None of them were, or not none of them, but a lot of them were just like intermingled and like sold as like if they were the same like race or like ethnicity.
Yeah.
But that's not the case. There's an entire continent of these people. So their cultures intermixed. They were able to like establish some sort of soul
Yeah.
or blues, and then from there
Scott Joplin.
through that hardship they were able to further adapt the blues, and then slavery was still around for 200 years, and then
Yeah,
eventually
I don't know.
like seeped into jazz.
It'd be interesting to see what people think about that. I think most people would probably say like, yeah, slavery never should have happened, but we wouldn't have so many fucking things. It's interesting to
Yeah,
think
but
about.
we'll have different things.
Yo, do
I
you guys
mean,
want
Or
to
even
hear?
like we'd have different things, right? Like we'd have something different that's probably like equal, like
Yeah.
equivalent to.
You guys want to hear a famous ragtime song? You want to hear what it sounds
You're
like?
gonna give me like 30 seconds of it.
All right, yeah. No, you guys keep talking. I'll set it up.
All right.
Oh, okay. But I don't know. I think if slavery wasn't, if we didn't enslave African Americans and like commercialize it to the entire like Europe and the Americas, I don't think a lot of like landscapes would have settled without it. Because
What do you mean?
they were such a huge working force for just the development of our country.
Uh-huh.
Not only that, they really helped what's it called,
Maybe
the agriculture
Maybe
the
the
agriculture crisis
Chinese.
in Europe, like mostly in Ireland, I believe.
Mhm.
And I don't know, they couldn't enslave the Native Americans, right?
Mhm.
Because they just die. They could not handle. They did not have the immune system built for
Oh,
Sorry.
any of the European
to be
diseases.
to be with white people.
And then who else
right?
can they enslave? They enslave Indians or the everyone in India.
Mhm.
Possibly, but they already
really.
became a colony of Britain in the 1800s,
Mm.
right? They can't enslave the Chinese. They're too big. They kind of just left a lot of Asia alone. Honestly, I am not entirely sure why, but Africa was just easily exploitable for most of Europe.
It's also convenient for travel purposes because it's already on the coast.
Mm-hmm.
Because with China, or if they were to like, if assuming they were to like, if the Europeans were to enslave China, they have to go to the
and
right.
no, Hong, the Mongols weren't a thing by the time this was happening.
Oh, I fucking know this song, Piccadilly.
Like 1700s. Oh, never mind. This is ragtime.
This is ragtime.
The most.
I played the song in fucking band, dude.
I think this was playing in Red Dead 2.
The most generic song of all time.
Is this on Tom and Jerry?
Bro, this slaps, bro.
Yeah, that slaps.
Bro, this shit slaps.
That goes hard.
This shit goes, bro. This shit goes hard, dude.
This shit goes hard.
Fucking hard, dude.
Yo, Scott Joplin.
Will I get copyrighted for this?
Maybe.
Would
you don't really
this song's like over like 100 years
YouTube.
old.
Yeah, but would YouTube copyright this?
There's
like,
no way.
No. Sorry, dog.
no way
Take
you
down
own
the
this song.
video.
UMC is just gonna
You
copyright.
can't own this song, can you?
No, UMC can just basically copyright everything.
Dude, if no one owns
Yeah,
this
fuck
song,
the UMC.
Just put it out without what's it called? Monetization, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
you know
can't
the
monetize
UMC
it.
you can't
I can't
monetize,
monetize it anyways.
You know the
Yeah.
UMC?
They're gonna
I
take-
fucking hate those.
Bro,
guys.
this shit came out in 1902. I don't think anybody's coming after your ass to copyright you, Norby.
dude, this dude's like great grandchildren are like, where's the fucking money, dude?
Yeah.
Use our fucking song.
With it, fucking great grandchildren. Where the fuck is my money? That'd be fucked up. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Are you really doing this shit?
You really joshing me like this,
Are
bro?
you really riding on your grandpa's fucking song?
What, got
Your
nothing
dead-
yourself
your
that you
dead
can do?
fucking-
His music dick? Are you riding on his fucking?
Are you riding on his musical cock?
His dead musical cock.
This is bad country.